you guys, this is All4Reborns, and I'm so excited to show you guys a video of the details of all of my full body silicone babies. So I think I have done something like this in the past, but I have a lot of new subscribers, and I'm gonna show how they're looking today and close-up details of their hands, feet, and stuff like that. And then at the end, if I have another details video from the past, I'll put it at the end so you guys can kind of compare how they've changed, because the thing with these dolls is that they do change. The silicone changes, as you guys will see, and also some of them I've given new hair to and things like that. So we'll start with Winter, since she's right here, and right now she has a headband on. I've rerouted her. You guys saw the video where she went bald, and so this hair is staying in her really well, although she did just get a haircut. And here's a close-up of her face. She has painted eyebrows, and she's the same sculptor as, she's by the same sculptor and doll artist as Snow. So it's interesting because they're the same kit, but she painted them different. There's imperfections in vinyl Reborns too, but people really don't like to talk about that. But anyway, she's a beautiful work of art. These are her ears. See, everything on silicone is so squishy. And some of her paint is coming off, like on her lips. I don't know if you guys could see, like down here, some of her paint's coming off. And in there is her tongue. It's hard for my camera to focus on there, but in her mouth there's a little tongue. See? There's her little tongue. And here's her other ear. And these are her eyes. Right there. Alright, and she has what's called a ball jointed neck. So I'm going to show you guys up under here. There's like her body was made, and then her head was made in a separate piece. So up under here, there's like ties and things holding her head onto the silicone, and that's what allows me to turn her head and take off her headband. Alright, so let's show Snow, who's the same sculpt. These dolls are both the Chantel sculpt, and everybody wants these babies, but they're sold out. So the only way to get them is if I ever decide to sell mine, which I don't think I'm gonna do, and if you find one on eBay that someone else is selling, because there's only 10 of the edition. So Snow, my doll's hair are not done right now, guys, so keep that in mind. Her hair is looking kind of crazy. Sorry, Snow, didn't do your hair today. Whose eyes did I replace? I replaced Snow's eyes with Winter. Came with her original eyes. I still have Snow's eyes, but I changed them. They were blue, and I wanted them to look more like Winter, so I changed them. And I don't think they're the exact same eye. Hope you guys can see that. I don't think they're the same eye though. But anyway, Snow's lips are, the artist used more brown on her than on Winter. And then also Winter's, like, I'm pretty sure they're both ethnic babies, but Winter's skin tone is more brown and Snow's is more pink. And she blushed Winter with pink, like on her cheeks, and she blushed Snow with brown, if that makes any sense. So that's why Snow looks a little bit different than, so like Winter's nose is like a little pinky, and Snow's nose has a little brown on it. But that all happens because when you make a silicone baby, you pour a different mixture each time you make the baby. So each time you're getting a original piece. Those are her ears. It's the same exact sculpt, it's just painted differently. And then also the eyes, the way she cut Winter's eyes open and the way she cut Snow's eyes open are different. So anyway, she also has the ball joint thing under there. Sorry, Snow, to do this to you. Alright, let's go on to Nehemiah. Now Nehemiah is my first silicone baby, and he is made by Amy Strickland, and I'm not sure if she still makes dolls or not. This was actually the first ethnic baby that she ever made. She was experimenting for me. And so, unlike these two babies who had their colors poured and made, I hope that makes sense, she painted more of his color on him, and so that's why he has so much of it coming off too. Plus he's a lot older. I think Nehemiah's like 4 years old, possibly, I want to say, and these guys are only like maybe like 2, close to 3 years old. So, and it's a different artist and a different technique. Now, I have rerooted his hair a couple times, and his hair looks crazy right now, because I haven't done anything to it or combed it in quite a while. And he has a cloth body. So, oh, I said this was my full body silicones. Nehemiah's my only cloth body silicone. And his mouth opens, but there's not a tongue in there. When I first got him in my box opening video, you guys hear me say, oh, he has a tongue. Well, it's just because I didn't know anything about silicones yet, and it's not a tongue, although it's cute in there. She just cut his mouth open, and you could put a pacifier or a bottle in there, and that's cool too. Some artists do that. So that's little Nehemiah. All right, let's go on to little Theo. Chunky Theo. All right, Theo is a full body baby. He still has his original hair from his sculptor, unlike these three. His eyes are beautiful, and they're pretty much glued in. I don't think I can take these eyes out. I mean, I'm sure I could, but the glue is in there really, really good. So I didn't mess with his eyes. His lips are very glossy. I don't know what she used on his lips. Like Nehemiah had glossy lips like that, but it's kind of wearing off. But these two girls don't have that gloss at all. But I really like that gloss. So I'm working on my first silicone. I really want my baby's lips to be gloss like that, because I don't feel nervous about putting pacifiers in his mouth. And he has an open mouth as well. He doesn't have a tongue or anything like that, but he has a very deep scooped out mouth. I mean, she did a really nice job with his mouth. It's so smooth. It's so smooth. Like inside of his mouth is kind of like, I won't say jagged, but it's not smooth. Like the inside of their mouth is, okay, the inside of her mouth is kind of rough on the top. There's a tongue in there. And I never really felt the inside on the top of your mouth. It's a little smooth, but his is just like butter. Like it's just like, and everything about her silicone is buttery too. All right, let's look at his ears. I love his ears. They're so big too. He's got really big baby ears. Little Theo. And so far the only babies with eyebrows are these two. Nehemiah doesn't have eyebrows, and neither does Theo, and that's fine. Sometimes when I paint babies, I don't put eyebrows, and sometimes I do, because if you look at newborn pictures, some babies have eyebrows and some babies don't. So she shaded him pink there, and he's really, really, really cute. So that's his face, and he has a full body with a neck, so he is poured in one piece. He does not have the ball joint. This head is attached, and it's not glued either. It's all one piece. She didn't attach the head later. All right, let's go on over to the Rockster. And Rocky's hair is the original hair. He needs his hair to be done too, guys. I gotta do something with them. I'm planning to change them, so I decided to do this before the changing video. This is the Claire Taylor, oh, I'm sorry. Let's talk about sculpts real quick. I already told you that who did that. This is Amy Strickland's Cynthia Anna sculpt, and this was Tasha Edenholm's Tristan sculpt, and this is Claire Taylor's Zadia sculpt. Now, all of these babies are sold out. No, I take that back. These two babies are sold out. This baby is sold out. The only way you'll find Rocky and Winter and Snow is if you go on eBay and you find someone who's selling theirs, because these were limited edition dolls, so you won't find them anywhere else. Now, you can find this baby if she's still making it. I don't know if Amy Strickland is making it, so just Google her. Or you can go to my box opening video. I think I gave a link there. And then this baby, Tasha Edenholm's baby, she's still making these. And you can go to my box opening video, and I have info there on where to get him. All right, so back to Rocky. He is a cutie pootie. I love Rocky's ears because they remind me so much of my ears. That little pointy, crinkly, elfy ears. Like, my babies had ears like this when they were babies. I love his ears. And I love the shape of his head. She just did such a nice job on him. He has very faint eyebrows, barely their eyebrows. And he has barely their eyelashes. I could probably stand to give him some more because the eyelashes on this side are coming out and the eyelashes on this side are there. So I feel like he needs some more eyelashes. And this is his mouth. He has a tongue and gums. And I don't want to really open it too much because it's so much stuff in there. But he's got a lot in there. And it's hard to pick it up on the camera. So, and I try not to mess with it because I feel like it's so delicate inside of there. Now let's talk about his head. He has a ball jointed head, just like the just like Winter and Snow. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I like the way she did his ball joint too, because his head is so easy to move. It's so much easier to move than Winter and Snow's, and it keeps its position. You see how I can just kind of move it anyway? And then like with Winter and Snow, if I try to move their head, it kind of fights me and goes back. Like it goes, but it doesn't. Sorry, Winter. She's like, well, lady, what are you doing to me? So yeah, his just moves so much easier. So that is little Rockster. And all right, so now let's talk about their hands and arms. I don't think I'm going to fully undress them because, you know, YouTube's new rules and stuff. I really want this video to be educational. That's the point of it. So let's just focus on their hands and their feet. So Winter and Snow, they are both open hand babies, and I love open hand silicones. So let's look at the left hand of each of them. You can see like what I'm talking about. She blushed with the brown on this baby on Snow, versus on Winter she blushed more with pink. But they pretty much look the same, but you can see more brown on Snow. And then here on this side, Winter, this is where you can see that she needs some more painting. Some of her paint on her hands have come off through the years, but she's still very beautiful. And then Snow has more paint in her hand. She did a really good job with the pink there. She did a good job with Winter too. It's just that Winter, her paint has come off. Sorry, Snow. Let's get you up, sweetie. All right, and here's Winter's other hand. Okay. And here's the inside. You can see some of the paint has come off. And then here is Snow's hand. And they both have tipped nails that are white. And then I really like Snow's hands. I like how they're painted. All right, both of these girls have armatures, which I really don't even use that much. Like at first when I got Winter, I would use them. But the armatures mean I can like bend her arms, and her arms pretty much will keep a position. Snow's armature is a little bit better than Winter's in this arm. It's more keeping it. And then in this arm here, it's hard for me to get to them. But you guys get the point about the armatures. All right, so those are the girls' hands. Let's look at Nehemiah's hand. This hand here is a closed fist. And he has tipped fingernails. And here's the other closed fist. She did a really nice job sculpting the fist and things. So those are his little hands. And a lot of people will give closed fists to sleeping babies, but you can also give open hands too. So, but yeah, I think his hands really fit his face, and he has 3/4 silicone, so it stops right here. You could see the cloth under it. That's so cute. All right, let's go on to Rocky. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, what's your name? Theo. Sorry, Rocky. Theo has little closed hands. They kind of have similar position with that first finger. Look at his and look at his. And this is the other hand. What I like about this hand over here is how she left the thumb. I'm at the thumb, the third finger. You can lift it and you can actually tuck stuff under it. So like if I tuck this shirt under it, it looks like he's holding on to his little shirt. I like that. When I first got the baby, and I'm just being totally honest so you guys know what to expect, some of the paint on his hand looked whitish, and some people had said that, and that's just how this artist chose to paint the baby. And I really honestly think it was so creative, and it's something I'm going to keep in mind when I start making my silicones. Over time it has died down a lot. If you go back and look at my box opening video, and what she was going for was, you know, to make the palms lighter than the baby, because that's how, you know, ethnic people we are. My palm is lighter than my skin. And so anyway, it still has kind of a whitish gray look to it, but I think that was a great job because I actually love the coloring of his silicone. I love the color of his overall silicone. So, but anyway, that's his little hand. That's lint on his hand there. Silicone picks up a lot of lint, and she blushed him with pink, and he has tipped nails that are white, and they are glossed too. They're so cute. Such a cute guy. All right, and he doesn't have armatures. That's another thing. His arms are bent, and you guys see when I do videos where I dress him, oh, it can be a chore because I don't know, like he's kind of in between two sizes. This baby is in between 0 to 3 months and 3 to 6 months. He's chunky enough to be 3 to 6 months, but he's short, so some 3 to 6 months will swallow him up. And it's always hard to get these things off of over his arms because you don't want to rip the silicone trying to dress him. So the struggle is real. But and he reminds me of my son. I had a son who, he was a chunky baby, and he was short, so it was always a struggle trying to find clothes that fit him, and we'd have to like alter them and stuff like that. But I'm not altering stuff for Theo because he's a doll and I just don't have time. But anyway, let's go on to Rocky. All right, so here is Rocky, and these are his arms. He does not have the armature like Winter and Snow, so his arm can bend, but it doesn't stay in that position. Like I have to prop it up. Now, what's interesting is this hand is open, and it keeps that shape right there. So that's how she sculpted it. And his painting is, I mean, he's my best painted silicone. Everybody knows that Claire Taylor's dolls are amazing, and I really just like the way she painted him. She painted him like a reborn. That's his hand there. Way more detailing than the camera is picking up. Also, his silicone is so soft, and it's almost like foamy feeling, like a memory foam, but it doesn't keep the memory. I don't know how to explain it, but that's that hand. And here's the other side there. There we go. That's Rocky's hands. All right, let's go on to these baby feet here. All right, so none of my dolls have armatures in their legs. I love the way these feet are on this sculpt. How the little toes crinkle over like that. I just love it. And also like in here how she sculpted, and you can, the foot kind of bends and it flexes. I love Winter's feet. That's one of my favorite things about her. And even if you watch my box opening video, you can kind of see that. And her other foot is pretty much the same way with the toes that bend over. All right, let's look at Snow's. Snow's are a little more pink. Actually, Snow's are a lot more pink. Let's put both of their feet in my hand here. Oh, there we go. Wiggly little girls. Can you guys see that? So cute. And that's Snow's little foot. All right, so let's go on to Nehemiah's feet. This is Nehemiah's feet here. I want to say they may have been more pink when I got him, but I honestly don't even remember. It's been so long since I've had him. And those are his toes there. He has a little tipping. His feet are so petite and cute. I love to put socks on him and mittens because he feels like just such a newborn baby when you do that. All right, these are Theo's chunky, chunky, chunky legs. I like how his toes are. And I think all of them, these guys have separated toes. These guys have some separated toes. Some of his toes are separated and some of them are together. It's the top of his foot. It's so cool to look at all the differences in the sculpts. So cool. Theo's feet. I love how fat his feet are. He's so fat. And the last guy, little Rocky. Rocky's like, Theo, will you get off of me already? So here's Rocky. I like his feet are kind of bent like Winter and Snow's toes a little bit. See that? And here's the top. He has a lot of something on there. Okay, I don't know what that was on Rocky's toe. Rocky, what have you been doing? I was like, I don't remember it being red right there. Alright, so that's that foot, and then here's the other one over here. I love this toe. How it points out and then the other ones kind of stick like that. That's so cute. Alright, so that is the babies and their details, guys. I really hope that you enjoyed this video and that you enjoyed learning more about them up close, because I really don't talk about that much in my videos. And let me know if you guys want to see any other babies details up close, and I'll try to get to it. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. Be blessed, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Peace and love. And now it's time for a Notification Squad shout out. Today's Notification Squad shout out goes to Felicia Scott. Felicia, thank you so much for being one of the first ones to watch my last video. I really appreciate it. And if you would like a Notification Squad shout out in the next video, make sure you're subscribed and you have that bell clicked. And I want to give a special thanks to my patrons over on patreon.com. If you guys aren't familiar with Patreon, you'll definitely want to come join us there. It's a special way for us to hang out, have live chats, extra giveaways, and so much more that I can't do here on YouTube. It's a special community where it's so close-knit, and I really hope you'll become a part of it, and it helps support my channel. So go ahead and check it out, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace and love, everybody, and be blessed.